Hello everyone, this is Boye Gbenro, also called BG. I'm welcoming you to this presentation. I've been doing cartooning since 1977 and got into animation in 1994 and went to work for Disney and all that, Warner Brothers and DreamWorks. So I'm just putting this short demo together for everybody, and so you can have a view into my work processes and progression. And so I won't talk too much. I'll just jump into it now. So I did a project and I had two animation. Uh, I had a project and then I had two animation rough drawings and also rough animation clips I have to show you. So I have um, some model sheets also. The model sheet of the character I worked on, which is the Safari chicken mascot, and I'll be showing you those images. And I have it in black and white, in pencil, and I also have it in color. So those references were given to me by the director of the company, by the owner of the company. So I am just showing you some of the things I've been working on in the past few years. So on the rough animation for the Safari project, I worked on the Safari mascot dancing, and I have the background roughly placed in, and also have the background and the mother hen dancing in the background. So first thing you have to think about is do a thumbnail before you start working. At least you have the imagination in your head what you want to produce, and then you have the time. You have to know exact time when the in this case I'm working on a commercial, so when it ends you have to know exactly when it ends. And what's going to give you the cue or the clue that your project will end at this particular minute? That is the length of the music or the background information they gave you that will determine the length of the whole project. So inside the length of the whole project, you now decide how much of the animation you want to be from the beginning to the end, or you have a front plate and then you have a back plate. If it's a project like a short film, you have a introduction plate and then you have a back plate where you have the credits and all the information you want to put in there. All these things are simple. You got to have also your aspect ratio, which is the size, the rectangular shape, letterbox, or the wide angle of your wide shapes of your high definition movie you want to create. So, and then it also depends on if you are doing it for phone, for cell phone, if you are doing it for to be watched on a laptop or to be watched on a wide huge screen. But what I was first do is set that up first. So I want a high definition really, and then I want to use the right aspect ratio that will not be too high so that I don't have glitches, and will not be too low so that I don't have uh, unexpected lower resolution. So what I will do is I will stay in between and make sure I work nicely so that by the time I finish, I can now downgrade it to smaller platforms like phones, cell phones, uh, laptops, and other smaller dissemination uh, equipments. So anyway, so that's one way to look at this. When I work rough, like you could see on the mermaid. I work quite rough and very loose because that is actually how the animator should work. The animator should work very loosely, and let inspiration flow, and then out of those rough drawings, you now fashion out the lines that you're going to use, that they're going to use to tie down the animation. So the tie down is the clean lines that you're going to apply. So when people watch your rough drawings of the animation, they enjoy that more than the real one. Why? Because it's fresh and it's coming right from your heart. So I will implore you that you try to do your work loosely like that. Some animators are trained to draw very clean. I don't blame them for what they're doing, but from my own training, I discovered from even cartooning, I used to draw very rough and erase a lot before I put my pen lines on. So that's my flow. That's how I work. But you may be opportune to work differently because now we have digital. And in those days, I used to enjoy and appreciate mentors like Kenny Adamson. Because why? Because I could see his original works and how he will use white retouch to retouch them. The lines are dynamic and everything. So I enjoyed that, growing up and learning from the masters in the beginning. But getting to the animation industry also, I also learned that when you draw loosely, especially when you are doing special effects, that's when you enjoy. That's when you get the flow, the real dynamic uh, feeling from your drawings.
So this is a small animation I'm working on for this presentation, and the guy is holding a flag. So I had some keyframes drawn going back and forth, and maybe I'll just make the repetition to make this go back and forth, make a cycle. So here in the first frame, the second frame is like extreme of that first frame. That one is to the right, this one is to the left. But I continue to animate and do the drag by pushing him far to the left and then bringing him up. Maybe I'll have his head big a little bit like that. And see here, and then the flag will punch up. I'll work on that later, but I'm just showing you that the flag will punch up from here to here, and then the flag will stretch at this stage, 26. So on 27, the flag will still stretch, and then the next frame will be maybe his head will lean forward and even stretch more. So his hands should go like that. I prefer to draw the skeletal hand and then stretch his hand. It works better that way if you stretch things out. So I had some exaggeration to the way he is. This may not be the best pose, but I'm just looking for the best. So I'm gonna just, and the flag will be in front of him. So I have to think of all that stuff. And let's see how that works. Yes. And then we'll go back again, go back, and that's it for now. And I'll be showing next day. Later. Okay.
By the way, when we draw special effects, the first pencil lines will be like we hold our pencil not the conventional way, but we hold it with our thumb and the first finger so that you actually just glazing or just gliding on the paper so that it's loose, so it's not tightened like you want to write a note. You don't tighten your pencil like you want to write a note. You just loosely laying down, and then the inspiration flows from your mind, from your spirit, from your brain to your arm and into your hands. So there should be no disconnection there. So the thought process should be limited so that you are not thinking too much while you are doing these drawings. All right. So then what else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about how about applying the colors. I use TV Paint. You may use any animation software that you think. Most of them are really good these days. Even on the phone you can do very nice animation. But what I want to say is the animation doesn't have to be colored, and it doesn't have to have full color blast. So you can have like watercolor. If you have watched Charlie Brown's or Tiger, if you watch Charlie Brown cartoons, you will see that they use watercolors and in the background, and they don't paint the entire background. If you watch the Tiger movie or the Tiger series, you will see that they don't have a very finished background. So you can make your film with browns only, with monochromes, and then you can finish your film with charcoal, any medium that you choose to use. You don't have to have 100 people working for you, and it doesn't have to be like that. So here I will end this by saying uh, it's a good thing that we're just kicking off in Nigeria and across West Africa, and some of the countries are even way advanced than us now, like Kenya, like South Africa, but we are up there too. Only we have not produced enough full-length feature film. And also, I want to talk about that. I need to talk about that a little bit before I step out of this. Um, when we were growing up, we didn't know the difference between a full-length animation or a TV series. They are two different things. TV series, everything is systemized. Everything is systemized that all the characters are already there for the artist to use. But for full-length movie, feature film, you have to do model sheets of all the characters, and then we have to do research work, and then we have to travel, and then we have to do the history, and then we have to get enough material so that, and then we have to have experts and lawyers to let us know that you are not stepping on toes, and then you're not getting to the point that you are offending people, and you may get sued. So all that will be ironed out from the onset, and that comes with experience, just like avoiding subjudice in the field of cartooning. And the editor will tell you that this your caption that you put in here could get you in trouble, and that's subjudice. The judge may summon you, the courts may summon you. So all these things are important. They work hand in hand. We are just artists, but we get wrapped up in some other things that it's not supposed to be, we're not supposed to be involved in. But overall, we're supposed to cherish each other. We're supposed to, uh, eh, you know, applaud each other when we're doing great. So animation is our inroad in storytelling, and be able to make some money, and also being able to get recognition around the world. So with that, I say I thank you all for listening, and I hope I gave you enough information in this brief demo to take home and meditate on. All right then. God bless everybody. Bye.